So I'm going to update everyone on here because I don't want to keep posting on Facebook. Basically, what the problem was, I wasn't eating, and so my doctor wanted me admitted. So I had my husband come out, watch the kids. I flew out here pretty late. It was like 11 p.m. or something like that when I got here, 12. And they have to COVID test everybody that comes in here. Well, I was sick last week, but I didn't really think it was COVID. I thought it was a flu. And the test came out positive. Even though I have no symptoms now, I'm perfectly fine. Came out positive. So for the last 2 days, they've been going back and forth what they're going to do. Are they going to do the surgery? Are they going to do my bronch? They don't know. I'm waiting to see if a nurse is going to come in here. So it's been a really bad time. I had a bad experience with a nurse yesterday, a CNA. I felt very violated. It was escalated to the charge nurse and downstairs with the patient advocates, and she violated my rights as a human being. I don't want to go too much into it. I don't want this to be like a sad video or something. Anyways, so what they did so far is I'm on like tons of IVs, and I also have what's called a I don't know if I can lift up my arm. It's called a PICC line. It goes directly up my arm, almost to my heart. Like it stops a little bit before my heart, which I was freaked the hell out getting that. I thought it was gonna hurt really bad, but it didn't. They numbed my arm up pretty good before putting it in, so I have that, and that's easier for them to do medications. They can pull blood out of it, so they can do everything without poking me everywhere all the time, so that's good. It's a little sore. It feels like someone punched me, so I'm not really moving that arm too much. So I've been on and off regular diets. They can't figure it out. 1 minute they think I'm gonna do my bronch and then the surgery. The next they don't, because I'm in the COVID unit, because they won't allow me in the regular hospital part because I'm COVID positive, even though I'm showing no symptoms and I'm not sick at all. No fever, no cough, none of that. Like, I don't have any of that. But once you test positive, you're positive. So I'm in the COVID unit, and I don't know if you can see, it's pretty boring, small. They have that machine so that like the COVID virus doesn't go up in the rafters. I don't fucking know. Seen like 100 doctors since I've been here. Been told so many different things. Frustrated, cried a few times. I thought I was going to come here, possibly get the surgery, because that's why I thought he wanted me here in the first place, and it was. Turns out they were going to do the surgery, but because I'm COVID positive, they cannot do the surgery. So I'm like, well, why can't you do it in the ICU? Last year, I had my bronch done in the ICU when I was COVID positive. Turns out half the hospital staff, not patients, staff, have COVID and they're not here. So that's why they've been having a hard time with nurses. I don't really have a nurse come in too often. I press a button, it usually takes like a half hour for somebody to come in here. And you can see my thing is beeping right now. It has been beeping for a half hour and they haven't come in. So there's that. Oh, this is not the time for this at all. So now I'm 100% convinced COVID is the flu. Because what I had last week was fever, and I just didn't want to get out of bed. And that's it. After a few days, I was completely fine. I know everyone has it differently, but I'm pretty convinced it's just a flu. So, it kind of sucks. They can't do anything because I'm COVID positive. So I'm just sitting in this bed. I put makeup on because I don't want to sit and look like a slop. Sitting in this bed doing nothing this whole time. I've watched movies. I've done a little bit of work. I have a massive headache from no caffeine. I would die for an energy drink right now, but can't do that here. So like I was saying about my diet, they've been on and off with nothing by mouth. So I couldn't eat. Then they took me off, put me on a diet that's meant for people who just got out of surgery, so it's like light food. So I had that yesterday, so I was able to eat yesterday. Then they took me off that diet, put me on nothing by mouth. Took me off nothing by mouth. It's been back and forth. Then this morning, all of a sudden, they put me on a liquid diet. And I don't know why. So I've been getting conflicting answers from these doctors. And finally, my pulmonologist called me, even though she's on, she's not on vacation. I thought she was on vacation, but she's like not on call right now. I'm not sure why. But she called me from inside the hospital. I guess she came in to call me and talk to me. And she pretty much spelled it out for me. So my birthday is next Friday, the 28th. And I told her in email that I did not want to be in here on my birthday. I thought that I was going to come here, get the surgery done, go back within a few days, and rest all next week. And so I'm not in the hospital on my birthday. I'll be in pain from the surgery on my birthday, but I won't be in the hospital, and that's what my main concern is. I want to be with my kids on my birthday. I want to be home. Turns out legally, or maybe they're lying to me, I have no idea. They told me legally they cannot get me in a room until 10 days after the COVID positive test. Guess what 10 days is? My fucking birthday. I have been crying on and off I don't want to cry right now. The last few days. I'm really stretched thin with work and then my bills and then trying to help my husband out, and he's watching my kids right now, and I just feel like a failure right now, because if I had not tested positive for COVID, I would probably be resting from surgery, from getting the tumor removed and my bronch. But now I have to sit here. So originally, also the doctors were thinking, oh, well, we'll just send you home since you're not really sick, you know? But then the surgeon was like, I really think the tumor is blocking your bowels and I don't want you to go home. So I'm stuck here until my birthday. And then on my birthday, they will do the bronch first in the morning, and then they'll do the surgery after. And I'm disappointed. This whole process, our medical system is kind of ass backwards. It really doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's pretty much an emergency. I can't really eat. That's why they have these bags. That's nutrient bags. I don't even know what they call them, but it has protein, glucose, a bunch of stuff, and they've been having to finger prick me because of that bag, because it could make my glucose go up. So they've been finger pricking me. I don't have diabetes, but I just feel like they're doing everything. I mean, even when I got here, I had multiple x-rays. It's just been a crazy 48 hours. very emotional because I want to go home with my kids. I don't want to be here. And I'm almost nervous too. Like, I don't want to cry again. The surgery happening on my birthday is kind of, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't feel like it's a good thing. I just have a bad feeling something bad's gonna happen. Nothing has gone right. I can't even get my bronch done, and that's why I sound junky, because I usually have it every 4 weeks, and it's been 5.5 weeks since my last one, and so I can't even get my lungs fixed. I'm just like sitting here. So at this point, that's all I really know, is that they're gonna do the surgery and my bronch next Friday, which is the 28th. And I don't know, kind of just emotionally going through it. That's why I did my makeup, because I was just like, I want to feel normal for a few minutes. And the nurse came in here and was like, are you gonna have visitors? And I'm like, and she's like, no, wait, you can't, because it's COVID unit. And I'm like, no, just wanted to put makeup on. And yeah, that beeping noise is annoying. But nobody has come. So, yeah. So this was not my plan to be here for 2 weeks. So it'll be this week and next week. A little more than that. Definitely was not my plan. I have way too much work at work. I have to make sure my kids are doing what they're supposed to be doing. I have animals. Like, this was not the plan, and it just sucks. So I don't know if that's the truth or not. That they have to wait 10 days. Because last year, they didn't wait 10 days. They did it the next day, but in the ICU. People seem to think it's because they are short-staffed. Everyone has straight out told me half the hospital staff is out on COVID. And it's just unfortunate. And they're vaccinated here, so I'm not really sure what that accomplished, because they're still not working. We got people like me, and I guess the guy that's behind me in the next room, same fucking thing. He came here for a procedure, tested positive, can't do anything, so they fucking put him in a room. I keep looking out the window because the nurse is supposed to come in here to fix this, so I don't know. My mind's kind of all over the place. I just want to go home. I don't know. I'm nervous about the surgery. I'm gonna have to do like a living will kind of thing to make sure my kids are taken care of if something happens. I have a lot to think about until then. But that is the update. That I'm gonna sit here until next Friday. I can't even imagine how much money this hospital is getting for me to sit here until next Friday. This is crazy. Maybe I have it all wrong. I don't know, man. I don't know everything, but it just doesn't feel right. I don't know, man. And then every doctor says something different, so I don't know what to believe. All I know right now is that I miss my kids a lot, and I want to go home. But I'm not in pain. I do have a headache from having no caffeine, so they've been helping me out with the headache, but my stomach hasn't been in pain since I've been here. I think it's because of all the fluids they're giving me. It's like helping me. I don't know why that is, but I think it has to do with the fluids. But yeah, I just wanted to update everybody on here. And yeah, so I'll check in probably the next couple of days. If something changes, then I'll check in. But until then, I'll talk to you guys later.